Hi, my name is Jessica and I have no idea what I'm doing. Today I'm going to be testing out one of my Easter gifts that I'm super excited about, the Nomad Cosmetics Paradise Islands palette. Let me show you this again. The packaging is gorgeous and the box that it came in matches. Right, there we go. But then of course you have to see the inside. Is this not like a tropical spring summer Jessica dream? Even though there could definitely be some like darker shades in here and such, but it's still beautiful. I've only ever tried a few of the singles, like the Aurora ones from Nomad, and unfortunately I wasn't impressed with them, and I felt really bad about that because like the brand owners seem like really nice. I mean, like, I don't know them or anything, but when they had sent me them, they had sent like a little thank you note and everything, and I know it's like just the two of them and they're like a small, you know, like indie brand, so I felt bad when I didn't like them. I just felt like they weren't that shiny and didn't wear as well as they could have. So I'm hoping though that this is going to be different. And I mean, I've seen some reviews and such. The formula seems to be different than the ones I experienced. So let's get into it and try. Today I'm going to the zoo and I have this beautiful new green butterfly shirt and I have some green khaki pants, and it just would have been a crime if I didn't wear this today. Today I do have both eyes primed. I will test one primed and one not another day. I'm going to start with my BH Cosmetics brush with a 3 on it and go into Tiki. Look at the little imprints. I'm going to be so sad when those are gone. But I'm going to start with that matte lime green, and that's going to be my transition shade. Let's see how we do. Let's try the pack and blend method instead. Yeah, that's definitely working better. I have to say though, for as bright as it is in the pan, I feel like that's not coming across on my eyes. And then I'm just trying to blend out the top a little bit. We shall see. Hoping I'm not going to be disappointed. Yeah, I feel like pack and blend is definitely better than just my usual swiping, which is a little unfortunate because I obviously prefer the swiping, but we'll see. It's not the worst thing in the world. At least it still works. It's Earth Day too. Then I'm taking my Ivy Wide crease brush and I'm going to go into Lizard. That's funny. This is like a deeper grassy green, I guess. A little warmer than what I would call an emerald. And this is going in my crease. Ooh, that's so pretty. This is coming out a little lighter than in the pan, but to be fair, I also have that lime underneath of it, so that might be what's causing that. Originally, I thought I didn't have a green like this. Now I'm thinking in my Ace Beauté Oceanic palette, do I? Maybe. I mean, did I need this? Probably not. But it was gorgeous and had a lot of colors that I know I'm going to use in it, and I wanted to try Nomad again. I'm going to use that same shade and put that on my outer third. Like the outer third of my lid. Just try to shape it a little bit. I'm making a little bit of a mess. That's more me than the shadows. So I'm trying to go fast because I gotta get out of here and go to the zoo with my friend and my mom, and we're gonna have a good time. Then I'm gonna take Turtle, which is a little lighter than that shade, or maybe a lot lighter, I don't know. But I feel like it's the same like tone, but lighter, and it's a shimmer. Cross your fingers for the shimmer. Ooh, looks good. Okay, this is gonna go in the middle of my lid. Yeah, that's pretty, I like that. It's very It's like creamy, but it's definitely a powder. It's like soft. I have a feeling it's gonna spread. Lately, I don't know what's going on. Like everything is spreading on me. And I don't know if it's a primer issue or like my eyes are changing or what. No idea. Or am I just like putting too much on lately because I get excited about the shadow? I don't know. Then I'm gonna take Fish. Oh my god, look at this. It's a beautiful sparkling lime green. A little sheerer than I thought it was gonna be, but let's see. Let's see what it does. Like that. So I'm gonna put that on the inner third and blend it into the middle. I don't know if I want to call this flaky. It's just that maybe it has like a lot of fallout, if that makes any sense. That is really pretty. Then I'm taking my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it, going back into Tiki, and I'm gonna run that across my entire lower lash line. Yeah, this one's definitely not as bright as it could be. Again, especially for like what it looks like in the pan. Then I'm taking my smaller version of that brush from Wish, and I'm gonna go back into Lizard and put that on the outer third, close to the lower lash line. Then I'm gonna take my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it again, and let's see if this works. I'm gonna pick up some of Turtle and see if I could put this toward the middle. Nope. Gonna use my finger. There we go, that's better. And I'm gonna use that same brush, and let's see if I can pick up Fish and put it on the inner, nope, the inner third there. Just gonna use my finger, as is usually preferred with me. Okay, did I need this? Probably not. But is it pretty? And will I enjoy it as long as the formula's good? Yeah. I kind of want to add this Bora Bora shade, I think. I know that's not like me, but I don't know. It looks like an iridescent pinky color. Maybe I should swatch it first. I don't want to ruin this look. Yeah, no, I'm gonna save this one for another day, because look, it's like a lilac-y blue duochrome. It's beautiful, but not for today. I'm gonna leave the look like this today. See, look, ooh, so pretty. Okay, next time, and yeah, this is how we're gonna leave it for today, and I'll be back to let you know how it wore and do the next look. All right, so yesterday's look. It did spread the shimmers, but not to the point where they covered up like the mattes. So, I mean, it's better than what it could be. Just fixing my primer to make sure we don't have any issues. Like I said, it's I'm like unsure, because lately I feel like it might be my eyes, it might be my primer, I don't know. But like I said, pretty but not perfect. Different than what I expected. I don't know, I just feel like how they look in the pan, I mean, this does not do it justice. I just felt like it was going to be so much more, like so much shinier, sparklier, more metallic, thicker. I don't know. I mean, I'm not like unhappy with it. It's just different, and I'm not like, wow. I'm like, oh, this is nice. You know what I mean? Let's see how I feel as we go along. But I was pretty excited about those greens, so. All right, today I have this eye primed, this eye not. I cut my face. I'm going to an in-person karate class today, so this will definitely get a good wear test on both sides. I'm going to start with Sky, which is like a peachy pink. with my BH Cosmetics brush with a 3 on it. And I'm going to put this as my transition on like the inner half. It's pretty pigmented for being that light. Wow, it brings out my eye color pretty nicely too. I don't know if you can see on the camera. But I can just say that I'm probably not going to like this look. And that's just going to be because I like depth and contrast. And if I want to use these guys here, like you can see there's no deeper like pink or peach matte in here, or like orange or red or anything. The deeper mattes are literally just the blue and the green. So I typically would not use, you know, these, like with that kind of contrast, like to blend in with like these transition shades. And that's just a personal preference. But the reason I'm saying this is because if I happen to not like the way this looks, you know, I will be sure to differentiate between whether it's just a color preference thing or a formula thing, you know? So I'm doing it on this side too, of course, and definitely less pigmented on this side. Let's see if I use the pack and blend method. Getting there. Then I'm going to go into Manna, which is like a light macaroni and cheese color. And I'm going to put that on the outer half here in the transition area. That one I feel like doesn't have much difference on the side. The tone is maybe a little different though. This one's a little like yellower and this one's a little more pink. I mean, they're both still like a peachy orange, but yeah. I'm just gonna try to blend out both sides a little bit more. Then I'm going to take Moria. I don't know how to say that, but it's like a hot pink magenta shimmer coming off a little more of a candy pink, and I'm going to put that on the outer third of my lid. Okay, yeah, I mean it's pretty, but yeah, I wish this was like a matte to go in the crease with the orange and the pink. I'm going to try to use my BH Cosmetics brush with a 6 on it and put some of that in the crease over here. I don't know if that'll work, but I'm going to try it. Not really. It's not made for this. Nope. I'm just going to take a little bit more of that and try to close the gap. Then I'm going to take Moon, which is like a shimmery coral. Maybe with a tiny bit of duochrome to it. I don't think you can see there at all, but it's like a peachy coral with like a pink shift maybe. And I'm going to put this in the middle of my lid. And try to blend it in to the pink a little bit. Like I said before, I just feel like, what are the kids outside doing? I just feel like it's not wowing me. Maybe with a wet brush or a glitter primer or something, but we all know I usually don't do that. Then I'm going to go into Sun, which is pretty pink. Ooh. That has, I think, maybe some duochrome to it. It's like pinky lilac, but then the shimmer is, the shine is maybe a little more, I hesitate to say green. That's not, it's like very luminous, and I feel like it's maybe like a yellow. I don't know. That's going on the inner third here. And I'm going to blend it into the other ones. Just trying to flatten that out. It's a little chunky over here, but I may have over applied it. I like that one's a different texture, more of a metallic than a like a sparkly kind of thing, if you know what I mean. So I can say that this is definitely not how I would want to use them. Like, they're pretty colors. I do think the formula needs a little bit of work, but definitely for me, I would not wear them in this fashion. Taking my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it now, going back into Moria. And I'm going to put that on the outer third. No, I'm going to put it on my outer third, but I'm going to use my pinky instead. That's better. Pick up my lower lash line. I feel like they even could have kept like these, say 3 shimmers, but then like maybe made one of these light mattes, like a deep coral or a deep pink or something. Then I'm going to go into Moon. I will try it with the brush just to see. A little something there, but we all know I like my finger better. And then I'm going to try Sun on that same brush. Nah, I'm going to use it on my finger instead. And that's better. I wonder if that would have went better with maybe like this one, because of that like lilac-ishness that's in there. Anyway, this is today's look. I'll let you know how it wears. Application I feel like wasn't too different, or at least how they ended up looking in the end. I'll let you know. Alright, so yesterday's look wore pretty well. It spread, I guess, maybe like a tiny bit, faded a tiny bit, but for the most part it did well, and it did well on both eyes too. I guess maybe a tiny bit of difference between the two, but really not much. Maybe because it was the lighter shades, not sure, but that's what happened. So today though, I have both eyes primed just because that's my preference, and today I have my new Peter Pan shirt on from my friend, and I'm gonna do something with that. I'm gonna start with Dolphin, like the lighter aqua matte, even though it's got a turtle in it. It's called Dolphin. And I'm gonna use my BH Cosmetics brush with a 3 on it, and that's gonna be my transition. Did not expect that. I expected it to be lighter and not like this. Oh dear. Not that this isn't nice, it's just not what I expected, and I have to get out of here soon. Oh boy. Well, yeah, I mean, this is going in my transition area, and I mean, it wasn't what I expected because, you know, the other shades have been like lighter than they appeared. This one is, I would say, a little darker than it appears actually. A little darker, a little brighter. So I'm just blending that out with a clean brush. Definitely going to be more careful on this side then. Makes me wonder what the other aqua shade's gonna look like. But I'll find that out another day. Yeah, this side looks better because I knew what to expect. Oops. Is what it is. Then I'm going in with my IBY crease brush, and I'm going to go into, I don't know how to say that, Huahin? I don't know. It's like a royal blue, and that's going to go in my crease. Not that I don't love it. I do. I'm just surprised because of how the other shades performed, you know? This is going in my crease, blending in. I mean, it's beautiful. I look like the ocean. I love it. It's just that the formula is confusing me. Of course it's going more like a green blue than a true blue like it was, but that's because I have the other, like the tealy color underneath. Do you see this? It's like skipping this little area. Why is that? That's not nice. I'm gonna clean that brush off and just try to shape the end here a little more. Then I'm taking that same shade and it's gonna go on the outer third of my eye. Yeah, it is a little bit more, I'm not gonna call it a green toned blue, but it is more green toned than it appears in the pan. Like as opposed to my nails that are more of a purple tone, if anything. Just brush away the fallout. Then, super excited about this one. This is the color Ocean. So kind of like that one, like see these two are like kind of like paired and those two are kind of like paired, but definitely lighter. Very pretty. Not as sparkly as it appears in the pan, but kind of expect that by now. And also it's lighter. See, so this is why I expected otherwise from the mattes. So I'm putting this in the middle, I'm blending it into the side. Like I said, I really wonder if a glitter primer or wetting the shadows would help them out. Because I see both online. Like I see some people getting like a really intense like metallic payoff, and then I see others getting like what I'm getting. Then I'm going to take a Whale, which looks like a periwinkle blue shimmer, which is my favorite. I would say it has a little dimension to it, like maybe leaning lilac a little bit, like a slight duochrome, not really, just more iridescent, I guess. I'm putting this on the inner third and blending it in. So this one is more of like a smooth metallic as opposed to like a glittery metallic. All pretty, just not what I was expecting of any of them. More fallout. It doesn't bother me because I just brush it away, but I know some people care. Then I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it, go back into Joaquin, definitely saying that wrong, and I'm going to put that on the outer third here, my lower lash line, and I'm going to see if the other shades pick up, but I doubt it. I'm going to go into Ocean. I have to say the impressions didn't last long. Like they're basically almost gone already. Like the little, you know, the turtles and the tiki huts and whatnot in the shadows. This one's not applying terribly, but we do all know that I like using my finger for more shimmer payoff. And then going into Whale. Let's see what that one does. Yeah, not really, so not to my liking. Gonna use my finger. In case you didn't know, Periwinkle Blue Shimmer is my favorite eyeshadow to wear. And this looks good. If I want to be super picky though, right? I like the ones that are more glittery metallic than smooth metallic. But I still like this and it looks good. I do like it. Normally I wouldn't have gone with such a green blue up here, just color preference wise. I didn't know it was going to do that. I thought it was going to be a little lighter and stuff. Alright, so the blue look wore pretty well. There was some spreading, but at least there wasn't any creasing, and it still looked good at the end of the day and didn't cover up too much of anything. So, alright. I have some shades left just a couple teals and a couple purples. So I'm gonna do like one on one side, one on the other. I have both eyes primed today, and I'm not gonna lie, I fell asleep in my face makeup yesterday. So this is still on from yesterday, some of it. The foundation, some of the concealer, some of the powder, so not looking my freshest today, but it is what it is. So I'm going to start with my BH Cosmetics brush with a 3 on it, and I'm going to go into Stingray, and let's see what happens here, because I thought this one was going to be like a light aqua. It came out more like what this looks like in the pan, if you remember, so don't know what this is going to look like. But I'm going to put this in my crease. Yeah, wow, it's even bolder. And let's see, would I classify that as a green or a blue? It's definitely both, but if I had to only pick one, I think I might say green. All right, then I'm going to take that same shade and put that on the outer third of my lid. It's brighter when I put it here, if you can tell. Yeah. And I'm just going to take my BH Cosmetics brush with a 6 on it, just to fill in this gap a little more and shape it a little more. And that's just because I like using my fingers for the most part. That's not the shadow's fault. Then I'm going to take Shark. Looks gorgeous. Almost looks like a pressed glitter. That's kind of what these two looked like before I started playing with them. But as you saw, they weren't as shiny when I put them on. So let's see. It's a tealy turquoise. Ooh, that is pretty. This one, I would say, is one of the ones that's lighter in the pan. I mean, lighter than it is in the pan. Ooh, that's pretty. This one, I would say, is more special. I'm hoping it doesn't crease or anything. But it's very metallic, very sparkly, a little bit chunky, but I may have also put too much because I got excited. So I'm putting that on the inner 2/3 of my lid and blending it over the matte teal shade here. Alright, so that's like an easy, pretty 2 shadow look from this palette. So I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it, go into Stingray, put that on the outer third of my lower lash line, and then I'm going to put that into Shark, and let's see, does it go? No, not like how I want it, so I'm just going to use my finger. There it is again. And I'm going to put that on the inner 2/3 of my lower lash line, blending into the matte teal. Yeah, I like that. Hoping it doesn't crease and move too much. So there's one. And then on the other side, I am going to take my BH Cosmetics brush with a 3 on it again. And I'm going to go into Seashell, which is like a pinky lilac. And that's going in my crease. Well, transition and crease, I think. So definitely deeper than it appears in the pan, or maybe duller, like not so, like this looks like it has more of a white base to it, whereas this, you see that there's more of a deepness, more of a dullness to it. So I'm just switching to the pack and blend method just to see if that changes anything, but it does not appear to be changing it. Then I'm just taking the brush clean and trying to blend out the edges more. I'm going to take that same shade on my pinky. Let's see how this goes. And I'm going to put it on the outer third of my lid. Definitely coming out lighter there, more true to pan. So again, one of those things where it depends on where you apply it, see? Then I'm going to take Tahiti, which looks like, I think it's coming out more gray there, but it's like a gray purple color with like some silver, purple, and blue shimmers in it, maybe, but it is a shimmer. Let's see what we get. So less dimensional and a little deeper, and I'm gonna put that on the, I don't know, I guess the outer half of the lid, but not totally over that pastel purple. Yeah, this one is not impressing me. I know this isn't like one of my usual kinds of shades, like I like a brighter purple, but like, can you just see it's more of a, almost more of a satin or a true shimmer when it's put on instead of like really sparkly, shiny, luminous, dimensional, you know what I mean? Then the last shade, the one I haven't used yet, Bora Bora, and I know this is a duochrome, like a lilac to, yeah, like a lilac blue duochrome, and I'm gonna put that on the inner 2/3. And I know these are two different textures, like this one's a like a smooth metallic, whereas the other one is like supposed to be sparkly, so I know sometimes that's not the best mix texture wise. I'm trying to put that on the inner half and blend it in. I'm not impressed with that. Maybe it needs to be across the whole lid. I mean, it's also not, this is not a great combination, I know. So I'm hoping that's all. I mean, but definitely though, compared to this eye, that shark shade is special. All right, so for the bottom here, I'm gonna go into Tahiti, and I'm gonna put that along the outer half of the lower lash line. And then I'm gonna take Bora Bora. See, like you see it there, right? And when I swatched it in the beginning of this video, you saw it, but I'm not seeing anything now, really. It just looks like a powdery off-white pink. I'm putting that on the inner 2/3 and blending into the other one. So I don't want to let this affect how I feel about the rest of the palette, because I feel like if I'd done it in a different way, it could have been better. If I use it with some of the other shades too, maybe if I didn't include this one, I just use these two. I'm starting to see a little something where they overlap, but on its own, not much. But I will check in the natural lighting and different lighting around my house too. Surely I have something like this shark shade, right? With all the makeup that I have. I really like it though. I can't think of anything at the moment that looks exactly like that. I mean, I wouldn't buy the whole palette for it though. Alrighty, time for swatches. I don't see anything in the other lighting, so I don't know. How do I feel about this palette? I do think it's better than the singles I had bought years ago, most of it anyway. I don't, however, feel, oops, that there's anything like super special about it. Like, I don't think it's a bad palette. I do like the colors. Like I said, I wish there was like a deeper like purple or orange or pink in here, just like for my color preferences. No, actually that shark shade doesn't swatch very well. It applies much better. But yeah, nothing super special. I do think maybe if you try this with a glitter primer or a wet brush or something, maybe then it'll become super special. Because the only one that I feel was super special was the shark shade. Take a drink of Poland Spring for every time I've said super special in the last few minutes. Alright, that's it for today. I hope you have a good day no matter what it is you're doing. Bye. See you next time.